Hello everyone, Baskinator here, and today I wanted to show you my new speed farming build for the Witch Doctor, which comes with the new patch 2.3. This build is based on the new manajumas set and the new Arachyr set, the Spirit of Arachyr. So you deal your main damage with the Hex Angry Chicken Explosion and the Plague of Toads. So this build is made to farm normal rifts speed on Torment 8 to Torment 10 or like 40 to 50 speed rifts. So for the build you need the new Manajuma set, which increases your Hex Angry Chicken Explosion damage by 200% and gives you 100% additional movement speed and lets your Hex Angry Chicken last for 15 seconds. So this is really nice because our main damage comes really from the Hex Angry Chicken Explosion, which deals 1350% damage in 12 yards, and the Hex Explosion damage is increased by the new Arachyr set by 800%. So this skill deals really much damage. So on your basic gear, on your legs, you get increased Plague of Toad damage, and on your offhand, and you use the Simplicity Strange Gem to push up your Plague of Toads damage, because this is your main damage dealer when Hex Angry Chicken is on cooldown. So then you use the Focus and Restraint set for more damage. You proc it with the Wave of Mutilation and the Plague of Toads. Then you use the Witching Owl with increased Plague of Toad damage, and it gives you a lot of damage and a little bit attack speed to spam more toads. Then you use the Strong Arm Braces with fire damage to increase your damage of Plague of Toads. You could have poison damage on it to increase your hex damage, but I think fire damage is better because my Plague of Toads are dealing really much area damage, and I want to push them a little bit because the Hex Angry Chicken deals enough damage. Yeah, then you use an Hellfire Amulet, where I got the Grassham Feast on. So you only need one of your 5 passives. You can have one additional one. Yeah. So that's the gear. Legendary gems use Simplicity Trains, like I said before, and the Bane of Trapped, and the Bane of the Powerful. So, and your skills. Your skills, you use Plague of Toads with the Fire Explosive Toads rune, then Spirit Walk with Jaunt, the Zombie Dogs with the Chill to the Bone rune to get 50% increased damage. This is only important for bosses, because on so much trash mobs you don't see the increased damage when you speed farm, and it's important to for your Fierce Loyalty passive, where you get increased movement speed when you got a Zombie Dog or Gargantuan or Fetish summoned. Then you got a Soul Harvest with the new Soul to the Waste rune, which gives you 5% increased movement speed for every of your enemies you Soul Harvest. So you get 25% more movement speed when you got your 5 enemies harvested. Then you use the Piranha's Wave of Mutilation rune to proc your Strong Arm Braces and your Focus and Restraint, and it deals a lot of damage, and the enemies get 15% increased damage. Then the Hex with the Angry Chicken Explosion, Fierce Loyalty for more movement speed, Confidential Ritual, the new passive from the Witch Doctor I got, where you deal 25% additional damage with to enemies within 20 yards. This is very important to push your Hex Angry Chicken Explosion damage, because when you explode with your Angry Chicken, you are within 20 yards near to your enemies. Then Pierce the Whale to push your damage a little bit more, and you don't really get mana spanners instead of the Wave of Mutilation, but this is enough because it's a cooldown spell and you regain enough mana, so the increased mana costs, you don't really care about this. Then Graven does this to get a little bit cooldown reduction for Piranha's Wave of Mutilation and the Hex Angry Chicken, because when you run into the mobs and explode yourself and kill enough mobs, you can directly use Angry Chicken again and explode again. So this is really nice. And Grassham Feast for more damage when you pick up some health globes. So now let's show it to you in a Torment 8 Grift. And the gameplay of this build is really easy. You only use Jaunt and your Angry Chicken, and then run into the mobs and explode yourself by clicking on 1, 2, 3 or 4. And then when it's on cooldown, you spam your toads and everything will die. You see, your toads deal really much damage.
I cannot do that.
And your Hex Angry Chicken Explosion is your real main damage dealer, because it deals like sometimes over 10 billion damage, and your toads are dealing like 500 million to 1 billion damage each, and yeah, they're really nice too. After this rift, I will show you quick my items I get cubed in the new Carnage cube. Because, as I said to you, I got cubed. I got the Lyrics Crown for more cooldown reduction in my helm, and I got the Reynolds Flayer cubed, which lets my toads explode twice, and that let them seek enemies so that you can kill them even better, and the Convention of Elements ring to get even more damage when it is on fire and when it is on poison for your Hex Angry Chicken Explosion. So you see, most enemies are like one shot from the Hex Angry Chicken Explosion, and with a little bit better gear than mine, because this is PTR and they don't got really perfect gear. Better gear, higher Paragon and higher gem levels, you could really speed farm Torment 10, which is build 2. Here. The most elite packs are one shot from this build, so it's really nice to play. And remember to activate your Soul Harvest sometimes to get your full movement speed and intelligence bonus. Yeah. And you should have no problems. Spawn the zombie dogs once at the beginning of your rift, and you got them every time to get more movement speed. And like you can see, how much movement speed I got, I will show it to you. Here, my movement speed 80%, and then when I use my Spirit Walk and my Hex, I got 280% movement speed, which is really much. I don't saw any class get such a movement speed before. So Witch Doctor could really be really nice in speed grifts and speed bounties, which are really important, I think, next season. So this could be really good. The best group combo would be, I think, with a monk, so that the monk can pull you a giant amount of mobs together, and then you could explode with your Hex Angry Chicken, and it would deal so much damage, and you could cast it again and again so that you could ever explode with your acting chicken, because you got so much reduced cooldown by your Grave Injustice passive. So this could be awesome. I couldn't try it yet on the PTR, but I will do on this. I think it would be awesome with a monk. But the PTR is actually a little bit laggy, so when you're playing group, it's
I need to go back.
not that nice. But this was my new my new speed farm build for the Witch Doctor. Hope you enjoyed it and wanted to play it next season. So, bye.